the difference between being self-conscious and self-expressed.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So people who get caught up in the how is this coming across, or they're shy or embarrassed or anxious, they're self-conscious. They're aware of self versus just being self-expressed. One has got the governor on, like the brake and the accelerator, and the other one is just take it as it is.
And it kind of just weaves in as the wider umbrella for this whole conversation of like, we have our waking up process of perceiving who we are beyond the illusion of a self.
Mm-hmm.
And we still have our relative history and characterological stuff that we get to work through as it relates to our own internal emotional landscape and connection and relationship with others.
Mm-hmm.
And they're both valuable, you know?
There's a reality by agreement that is cultural, that is religious, that is national. People become so associated with like these traditions that's now collapsed. Like people really think they are a religion, right? I am Christian, I am Jewish. And to just give that up just because you recognize it's not an actual truth, that comes with consequences for a lot of people, and that can impinge on that sense of family and belonging that is really primal to the human experience. So I'm not saying that you throw it all away. It's just to recognize that none of it's true. I tell people it's all real. It's just not true.
Yeah, that's an important distinction, because it helps us not bypass or deny our experience or existence, but it also helps us see the illusoriness of something.
Yeah, and that's where the freedom comes in. Otherwise, we're just fighting over illusions, right? Like my God is better than yours or whatever it is. My particular label or my status is better than yours. And it's all made up. And it's okay. You can still play the role. It's like you don't have to emancipate yourself from your belongings, but emancipate yourself from the person who thinks they need them, right? It's just a deeper level, right? It's like, I love to have all the trappings and all the toys. It's fun, but I'm not attached, right? I love to experience like companionship and intimacy and relationships, but I do the best I can not to be attached, right? Love is allowing for all of it to come and go and to be in the flow and not to be so easily upset, or to be so rigid in the way that things have to occur to us. It's like, no, I'm in the dance. I'm in the trust of life. The things are always and all for all of us to our benefit, to our evolution. And we're here to transcend the constraints with which we arrived. And this brilliant paradigm has got exactly the circumstances you need for that to eventuate.
Mm. It reminds me earlier, when we were reflecting on, and it's been talked about through Advaita, through millennia, that even the act or desire to dissolve the ego is in itself an egoic act.
Exactly. Yeah.
And
it's so slippery. And the good news is it's all unavoidable, right? People are like, well, what should I do? I'm like, just keep living.
Yeah.
Because wherever you go, there you are, and your triggers are going to be what they are based on whatever it is that you still got to transcend. Like, I say, like, life will present you with people and circumstances to reveal where you're not free.
Life will present you with people and circumstances to reveal where you're not free. It really is probably my favorite quote of yours, and really does encapsulate like what this human experience is and how it happens in the reflections and mirrors in our life. And when we've kind of dissolved a certain aspect, or overcome one aspect of life, there's usually another mirror down the road that's coming, right?
Something more subtle, something more refined. Yeah. And I think we're so far away from what it is, if we were to put it in the word of what is our potential, right? Like, potential is something that gets actualized over time. It's not like you could realize your potential like it's a finite thing. It's never ending, which is why this is such an extraordinary game, right? The mountain without a top. For as much as I've garnered and learned and realized and let go of and shed and reconciled and mitigated, like it's okay. There's something that happened last month that I'm like, oh shit, I didn't even see that too, and it's just beautiful because it's like a sport. Like I love golf, right? Like, and there's no one in the world at the best of the best. They don't get it perfect. Ben Hogan, one of the greatest, he said, in his best round of golf, he hit 4 perfect shots. It's like, it's the consistent exploration of what it is to be us. And there's a joy to that. Yeah. Like, it's, at times it can be a pain in the ass because it's never ending, but that's also part of the gift that it is to be alive, to taste it all, to feel it all, and to explore it all.
Yeah, it's again, the paradox of being a limitless being within this finite human experience. I remember listening to a tape where Ram Dass was talking about how he's tried every plant medicine and every every mantra he's done and every teacher, you know, as if there is a place other than the human experience we're supposed to get to.
Yeah.
And, you know, the deeper realization was like, what if I actually came here to have a human experience?
Yeah.
How funny, you know, us being humans. And it just invites, again, accepting more of our own humanity in the process of what it means to be here in this realm.
I watched a clip recently on the gram, and this guy, I don't know who it was, just came up in my feed. And he was talking about how because of a really bad accident, he couldn't feel anything, right? Like sort of a form of paralysis. And it was so beautiful because he said, when I got back, you know, and I started to heal, it took months. He said, I really enjoyed pain, not because pain is good, but because I got to feel. And I really think, you know, that's one of, if we were to look at this through some bigger lens of the universe that we talked about right at the beginning, that gods have sent us to this particular dimension of planet Earth, I really feel that the ultimate intention of what it is to be human is just to feel. Fill in the blank. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be joy and like, you know, euphoria and orgasm. It could be like fucking heartache. I mean, I love the fact that I love my dad so much. It hurt that he died, you know? Yeah. It's all an expression of love, right? In different ways. Like, and that to me is the gift that it is to be human. And so whenever we deny ourselves feeling something, you're cutting off what it is to be alive and vital. Mm. And we're so programmed to like, well, we only want the good shit, right? Like, don't want the bad stuff. And it's like, no, there's joy in all of it underneath. It's just the capacity to feel itself is the opportunity that it is to be human.